Hello and welcome to our Martin Luther Church announcements for the month of July. We are your hosts, Iris and Dan, and we got some great news for you. Be sure to download our summer newsletter and read about some interesting tidbits, kind of like a fruit salad. There's a fruit salad conveniently behind me. It looks pretty, doesn't it? So yes, kind of like a fruit salad, flavorful and easy to digest. And here are a few morsels. Words and reflection by Vicar Adam. A thank you to Pastor Gerhard and Margaret. Welcoming Pastorin Annika and husband Tim. Reopening plans, how exciting is that? Confirmation class registering, yes, we're registering, yes. There's also a special update from the daycare and community and congregational projects. So tell me, Iris, with the reopening still weeks away, how were we able to fill the pews this past week?
Oh, Dan, that's quite the story. And I know you're also part of it. I know you did a whole bunch of deliveries. So we have a beautiful neighbor. His name is John. He just lives just a couple houses down from us. And he had noticed us giving away food during Bowls and Blessings in the winter. And then he had noticed the Beverages and Blessings just recently started by our students every Monday and Friday between 4 and 5:30. And he thought, those are the people I want and need right now. And oh, you sound like you want to say something. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just going to say something, a little Danism. I was just going to say, oh, so really, so this happened through word of mouth, so to speak, right?
Absolutely.
Except it was food in this case.
Absolutely, that's what happened. So John had acquired a lot of dried and non-perishable food that he wanted to donate to good people and food banks that were just open and giving away. So he said, you know what, I'm going to ask that Martin Luther Church down the road. They will look after this. And he did. And then he dropped off a couple of bags, which was wonderful. And then I know you got a call because you have a big van and you went there, right?
Yes, Vicar Adam and Marlena hooked up to ambush me, and it was, like you said, just a phone call away, and actually, thankfully, I was available, to meet up with John, and like you said, he's just on the other side of, I guess, very close to the church, on other side of Superior. And a very kind soul, and I spent a few days going down there and unloading his wonderful food supplies, putting them into the back of the van, and it was just a short trip away, and a little bit challenging for sure when you have that much food in bags and boxes and things like that. But it's amazing the stuff he's accumulated, and it was amazing that he had this inspiration. He felt inspired through God to seek help from the neighborhood to help the neighborhood, which is amazing.
Absolutely. And Dan, guess what? You were only the small beginning, even though you've done it, like you did a lot. He had so much more, and we ended up getting a ton of volunteers from the church and from the neighborhood and from the extended neighborhood to help us with all of those donations. And at this moment, you started this conversation with filling the pews, and I wrote it down on Instagram. I said, this is the first time the pews are full since Christmas 2019. They are jam-packed with food, and we already had 3 food banks picking up. So that's where we're at right now. And there's more pickups coming. It is absolutely amazing we are feeding the poor. And we just did 4 days of consistent work every single day. Was the last one, putting cans out in the rain yesterday. So it's been fun. Cans can make music when the rain is hard enough.
Yeah.
So that everybody knows.
Yeah, this is really good timing, because I was just reading actually this morning that food prices have gone up and will likely continue to go up. So it's great timing.
Right, absolutely. And it's also great timing because we have been receiving lots of bread and treats from the Paris Bakery ever since we started our Bowls and Blessings. It's continuing now during Beverages and Blessings. We started a clothing rack, and most of the time the neighbors are putting up a clothing. We're not asking for more. It's just kind of organically happening. There seems to be enough all the time to go around. And but we have a couple more exciting items, and please, listener, if our bantering gets too long for you, just fast forward.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was gonna say that too. We're two minds that think alike.
Thank you, Dan.
And
however, let me tell you about Grow Some Good. That's also happening, Dan. So our summer students, with the help of Adam and myself, and also Catherine from Food for Now, we have planted lots and lots of little containers full of plants. And Larissa also helped. And we're giving them away to people who would just like to grow items, at home, on their balconies, in their gardens, in their apartments, whatever. So it is ready for everybody to just have a bit of a harvest, even if it's just 3 tomatoes, but a bit of success of growing something. So that's Grow Some Good. And also we have, since last year, but last year was just COVID headache. Anyhow, we didn't do it. We did it well, but not well enough. We didn't advertise to the community. This year we're really good. We're advertising to the community that we have a raised bed, 2 of them, in front of 5 Superior. And it is kind of like take something. You like that fresh tomato or that basil or the beet? There's so much kale. It's great. It's just absolutely enormous what's growing on those two raised beds. And the community is really enjoying that.
And I think we're putting some pretty good compost in there, because I walked by there last Saturday, and I was amazed at the how much the tomatoes grew from 1 week to the next. Like, we got some super organic stuff happening in those raised garden beds.
And there's rain. There's a lot of rain right now, so they're just exploding. It's wonderful. Yeah, in a good way. Exploding in a good way.
Yeah. Sorry, did you say exploding or? Yes. Oh, floating. Oh, yeah,
also.
Floating. Yeah. Well, yeah, those cherry tomatoes might just get so big, and they're just gonna burst, right? So it's full of good nutrients. So better get down there and pick them, before that happens.
Yeah. And Dan, there's also another exciting thing, but I let you talk about that just because you are in the thick of things. Tell me about the community pantry.
Right. This, I think, was an idea that started probably last year. I think
2 years ago.
Is it 2 years ago? Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. But it's finally coming together. I have a very sturdy, tall shelf that came into my hands from my in-laws when they moved last year. And it's funny, I just looked at it and said, wow, this is I can do something with this thing. So I just parked it in my shed there last year and thought nothing more of it. And then, yeah, the news about doing the community pantry just seemed to take hold again. Late spring, early summer. And I remember that, and I reached out and I said, look, I have, I think, a good start to a pantry. All we need is, just 3 walls, a door, and a roof, and it's already done. So I was actually out there this morning. I went to Rona. I picked up some material. I'm gonna pick up Johnny in the morning, and he's coming over to the house. I have my garage. I have all my tools. I have a good place to work here. So over the next few Saturdays, weather permitting, and I think tomorrow is going to be a pretty good day. We're going to see how we can put this together. We went shopping, at the Habitat for Humanity. We found a door. Some a congregation member donated some wood planks that happened to be pretty much the same color as my framework. So I think all these are happening just through the power and the Spirit of God, and it's all coming together. And we have a good team, and I'm looking forward to hammering this thing through and getting it out on the front of the church, as soon as we can, end of the month or early next month.
And guess what, Dan? I know it works because the students and Marlena and I went down to First Lutheran. They actually have a pantry standing there already. And we were actually the first ones to put food in there because of the donation of John, which you helped to transport. And again, we already have a ton of food. Usually we would by now kind of start advertising, think about the pantry and donating food. And right now we go, wait a second, God has already provided. We don't need any food at the moment. Don't drop anything off. Wait until we call you. There will be time. So it's just been a wonderful and interesting blessings summer where we don't ask for a thing, but it is given to us because it seems to be necessary. God thinks we need it, therefore we somehow do it. So yeah, quite grateful all around.
Oh, for sure. All right, are we coming to the conclusion of our fun facts for July?
Absolutely. Please go ahead.
All right, so don't forget Beverages and Blessings, Monday and Fridays from 4 to 5:30. Come and talk to our summer students and get a feel for what they're doing, how they're progressing, the challenges they're facing. I'm sure you're going to would welcome your your thoughts and ideas that you might have. Right. So also, don't forget about making yourself a nice fruit salad. It's the perfect time of year to do that. And pretty soon we're going to get some really fresh Ontario food if we haven't got some already, like strawberries and things like that. But also remember to visit our website at www.martinluther.ca. Or for up-to-the-minute news, you can follow us on Instagram at Fabulous Fridays Mimico or at Lutherans by the Lake. And I know the summer students have been posting ideas, pictures, procedures, and how to work with these wonderful seeds and seedlings and plants that are being offered in front of our church. So check it all out. We have some fun things happening this summer at Martin Luther Church.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Dan, and have a wonderful day, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Iris.